Hey guys, it's Pure Venom here bringing you another video. So I know I had a handful of people asking me, at least personally, what I run for a desktop and also what I run for the YouTube channel and stuff. Monitors and things like that will come back in another time. Desk's a little messy at the moment, but I can at least say the computer's up and ready to go. So pretty much what I have going on for the system is going to be a 2950X, so it's the Threadripper 2nd Gen. It is going to be on a X399 Designare, so it is going to be one of the higher end Gigabyte boards that you can get. I know the Gigabyte Aorus Extreme is the top of the line. Potentially may upgrade to that. Outside of that, for a cooler, we have the Chromax series of parts for at least the fans, and then also for the covering plate. So it's just a Noctua U12S. So I have it in push-pull configuration with the NF12s that are the Chromax edition. So pure black instead of the poop brown that Noctua likes to use. Now, of course, my front three fans are going to be the Noctua, just pure NF12s. Those are going to be the brown fans, and then I have the 140 millimeter NF. I think it's 14. I think that's what they classify it as. I can't remember. I'll have the link down below of exactly what it is. But for RAM, I have the Vengeance Pro 32 gigs, CL14, 3200 speed. So it's the quickest RAM that I can get for the board currently. Also, I got lucky, at least in the memory controller department, and I can actually run my memory at 3200 speed. No problems, no issues. So the cool thing about it is that XMP isn't an issue for mine. I know I've seen a lot of guys on Threadripper. Some of them have issues where you can only go to 2933. Once again, that's dependent on board, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be dependent on the memory controller for the actual chip itself. Then from there, I'll have the Asus 1080 Strix. So it's nothing crazy. Like I said, I don't really play a lot of games. The 1080 is more than enough for DaVinci Resolve that I use. Also for any of the emulations that I do for Android Studio and also Hyper-V. So it passes through no problems. Really easy card to work with. Also very quiet when it's under load actually. And then big thing is that I am running Wi-Fi 6 on this machine, so it's the actual Intel AX2000. So I do let people know Wi-Fi 6 is a godsend. Makes life so much easier. As long as you have a Wi-Fi 6 router, everything just runs really smooth. Now there's been some weird compatibility issues with Windows 10 recently. Intel did fix those in the most recent update, and I want to say that was about a month ago. But overall, Wi-Fi 6, it's been great. I have no complaints about it. It's been doing a really good job. And then I have my Elgato Hd60 Pro. It is a newer revision of the physical card itself. One big thing is that if you do have a older Elgato internal capture card and move to the AM4 platform or Threadripper, the cards are incompatible because of the firmware that they write. I do appreciate Corsair and the representatives that I did work with. They were able to get my stuff all situated for me and send me out a brand new card since my card was still working. It's a case-by-case basis, so I can't guarantee that you'll get the same thing, but I can at least tell you from my experience they were able to get me all taken care of and ship me out a brand new card, no cost to me. Since it was a functional card, I just had to send them back my old card, so it wasn't too big of an issue for me. Now, this is where the fun begins. all the NVMe storage that's inside this machine. I get really good deals at work. I really can't complain. One of the perks of working at Micro Center, I guess. So I have an Intel 750. That's been around for quite some time. I was going to say that was in the previous build, so Unicron's build, and also I think almost the build before that. It's the 1.2 terabyte. It's great. I love it. I use it as a physical scratch disk for my YouTube videos or my streaming videos that I have. Mainly just because it's fast, it's efficient, it gets the job done, and it's a shit ton of storage. Best way I can put it. My main boot drive is going to be a 960 Evo. It's going to be hiding underneath the graphics card there. And then as my secondary drive, and this is mainly more of a game drive, I have a 960 Pro the last time I looked, and that 960 Pro, both of these drives are 500 gigs. And then my very last drive is going to be the Intel 760p, and that's going to be a 1 terabyte. And currently I am using that for just general storage at the moment, and then also some of the virtual machines that I'm running just in testing purposes, just currently. Now I do plan on upgrading from the Samsung drives to a larger drive for my boot drive, and then moving my game drive onto the Intel drive, flip-flopping. So I'm only using about maybe 100 gigs worth. I have a bunch of Linux distros that I'm virtualizing out right now, just playing around with and getting general understanding of how everything plays around in there. Yes, I do development work, but I don't play around with Linux enough, so that's the reasons why. Now, the big thing is that this is all getting powered by the AX1500. It's a great power supply. Corsair does a great job. Now, yes, in the comments down below, I'll be getting a whole bunch of messages of, why do you have a 1500 watt power supply? Well, the 800 watt that was in here was causing so much electrical noise that I got sick and tired of it. So I got rid of that, and that was mainly because I was hitting it at a very heavy load. I think it was like 500 or 600 watts at the time, because I was overclocking some stuff. And the AX1500 has very clean power. It's very highly rated. Wanted to give it a shot. It's been a great power supply. And then also for the cable extensions, and let me see if I can get a little bit more on the zoom for that, because that's going to be a little bit more. So cable extensions, they're not your typical cable mod ones. I actually got them off of Amazon. I can't remember the manufacturer's name, but I will make sure I throw them down in the description below. They're actually paracord. They're very nice. Now, the only thing that I felt was kind of cheap about them are their cable combs, mainly because one of them snapped while I was trying to put them on. But overall, they look great, and they really hold their positioning well. I was kind of surprised because these were like $25, $35 on Amazon, so they were a really great price. And I can't really complain about that. And also the mood lighting that you can see physically in the system, that's going to be cable mods, RGBW cable strips, so I can control it with the remote. For some odd reason, RGB Fusion just wasn't playing nicely with the strip, so I'm using the remote. I can't really complain. Gets the job done. I like it. So now there's something that I do have that's actually really cool, really fun. Now everybody knows that I love Phanteks cases, and this is the Phanteks Evolv. This is not the X. This is the older version of the case, but it's a really great case. I love it a lot. I spend a lot of time and effort with this case. 2 builds, I should say, through it. And I had one of the guys at work. He does glass panel etching. His name's John, And I asked him, I'm like, hey, is there a way for you to etch the side panel of my computer case? And he's like, yeah. So I'm going to stop it here. Let me get the side panel on, and I'm going to get some side shots of it just so you can see exactly what it looks like and what it is. I'm really excited about it, and he did a great job. So, John, I really do appreciate it. I'll have his information down below. I'm waiting for him to give me that. So, I'll see you guys in just a minute with Movie Magic. So this is what John decided to do for me. So I gave him a logo that I pretty much had some assistance with, and it pretty much says Venom on it, but it does also have the splatter like how the symbiote would be. It's a really nice etching. It actually came out way better than I expected. The maximum size that he can do is 12 by 12, and for just this alone, roughly said he took about 8 hours to get it done and over with. Now, it looks way better on the machine itself. I'll have some stills of that also outside of just the video here. But I'm really excited about it. Really finishes off the whole build. Makes it look way better than I expected. But overall, I'm excited about the build. I hope you guys are excited about all the video content that I'll be bringing to you guys. I'll also be talking about wireless AX and a whole bunch of other fun things. But John did an amazing job, and I would strongly recommend going to him for any of the side panel needs that you want. As long as it's tempered glass, he'll be able to do it. I'm not exactly sure on pricing at the moment. I know he did this at cost for me, so hopefully he'll be able to get everybody else's side panels done for you. And this is just going to be a shot with it on the side of the machine, and also this is a little bit more of a close-up shot of the whole system itself. So it is definitely a very fun toy. Love the actual machine itself, but John did an amazing job with that side panel. So you guys have a great one. I'll have pictures at the end of this just showing off the machine itself. But of course, like, subscribe, because it does help me out. You guys have a great one.